And boom, welcome to Friday. We postponed the test till Monday. 1.5 is also due on Monday. We're good. So turn in 1.5 on Monday and you're going to take a little test to determine your grade. That's all.
How hard is the test?
Oh man, I love to put like interesting stuff on the test. So no, it's just gonna be basic. It's gonna be stuff out of, it's gonna be stuff from the study guide. Like
I am really bad at
stuff that you see on.
actually believe you for a second.
Okay, guys, real quick here. This is how we sort of process factoring. This is the way it's done here. So when you look at something for factoring, we always think about if we can take out a greatest common factor first. We're good. And I got lots of problems for us to do today. You guys, your hand might be a little tired in writing. So let's see, take out a like a sheet of paper or two. And hopefully after this, you have a very good understanding of factoring as we do it. Hopefully. Oh, fun. Clearly.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. There you go.
We're almost.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It was always September. You're talking about celebrating.
It's almost Christmas.
No, the instant The instant you see one of the like. That is.
Giving me your candy.
If you find someone who's and
All right. I think we will go on. We'll be back in just a bit here. Okay, guys, real quick on number 2A, guys. So greatest common factor goes first. Second is if you have two terms, you see if there's a special form, because if it's two terms, it has to be a special form. Quick question to you guys. Have you guys seen like something to the third power in Algebra 1? Do you guys remember something like that or no?
Yeah, something's cute.
Cubed? Okay, just want to know because some algebra books do, some doesn't. So yeah. Okay, anyways. So for squared, you only have a minus sign because you can't cancel stuff if you have the same sign.
What does that mean?
Ooh, we'll go with that. We're gonna do skills first here today.
Like the cube?
That means you're cubing something.
Oh, I misheard you. I thought you said cube.
Okay, got it. Cubed. Gotcha. Sometimes the cubes are cute, but that's secondary. All right, guys, real quick here. And then if you have three terms, it may be a special form, it may not, but we have something called the box method. We have something called the Xbox method, Xbox 360 method, and then the good old guess and check. We'll do all of them. We're good, just to kind of get you guys flowing. And then 4 more terms, you are going to do the grouping method after that. We're good?
All right.
Okay, so that's kind of like the framework of mind we sort of go through when we do these here. We're good? You guys will be factoring experts by the time we finish. And Mark. Good set. And then we'll start off easy. So the number 1, and there's only one exercise. We will do only one exercise today.
What?
It'll just have like 30 problems. But factor completely, that's what we want to do. And so if you want to have this kind of thing next to you on the side right over here, as you're kind of just using this as your frame of reference right here. Good. And let's go with it here. So factor completely, which means it cannot be broken down anymore. We're good. That's kind of what we want to get to here. And so tell me if I'm going too fast because we're going to try to get through a lot of material. We're good. So all yours go. What should we do here?
Divided by 4.
Divide by 4 or factor out of 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, take out of 4. Yep, take out of 4, put it out front. Answer, leftovers are? Awesome. We'll start off slow. We'll get somewhere here. Next.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was.
Start off
Yay.
Wait, is that X to the 6th power?
X to the 6th power.
Divide by,
And then what should we factor out? A 6, and then?
and then an X to the 4th.
Okay, no problem. That's what we're doing it. We're gonna do X to the 4th. As Noah said, it is always gonna be the lowest exponent because you still need multiply to get to the other exponents. 6x to the 4th is perfect. Yeah, you could do it as well. I think you're just doing it in your head really quick here. That's all. All right, real quick here. And each one of these has a little nuance.
So that would be 1 plus.
Perfect. Yeah, if you take out,
I know, I'm trying to.
I was just trying to.
Wait, so,
It's 8.
yeah.
Wow. I'm ready. So good.
okay, want to go back? I'm not sure. Okay, real quick here. If we take out the whole entire term, we still have to leave a 1 in there. We're good because it's a multiplier back with distributive property. 8x squared. There it is.
Oh my gosh, I did it right.
Awesome. Next.
I have like amazing perspective. I kind of hate that. Just like, just a little bit.
Better.
Why do we start off
Just a
slow?
little bit.
This is slow. This is super slow.
Factor out 5a b, 8 to the.
So 5.
Just 5a b to the second power.
Got it. Okay, we'll wait for people to write stuff down. All right, and if we need to, you guys can go back and forth with previous problems. Like say, hey, Mr. Andrew, how come on this one we actually did this? But we didn't do that.
B squared.
Okay, a because a is the lowest exponent. It's like right here, and b squared is the lowest exponent for b right there, and then the leftovers.
Three, 8 in the second.
You need to fill everything in for that meeting? You need to fill
No.
No, not for that one. It's just if the whole entire term goes away, then you put a 1. Okay, we don't need an extra b here, right? So we're good there. And then how about a plus what, 5?
Yes, B squared.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's see, because of time and all that stuff, I'll be skipping around a little bit here because I have enough to go through here. So we are going to skip D, E, and I'm going to jump to F.
Love that for us.
All right, factoring this guy, what do we get?
4x to the third, you factor that out, and then you're left with x squared minus 4.
Awesome. Okay, so then we think about this here. So we factored, right? The question is how we factored completely.
Then it's actually x times, x plus 2 times x minus 2.
Thank you, and thank you. Cool. This one right here, this is called the difference of 2 squares, right? No, no problem. We're good. Okay, x squared minus 4. Everybody okay there with this whole concept of you have 2 perfect squares, right? On the ends, you have a minus in the middle. And the reason why this works, real quick here, let me give you the final answer here. This is it, x plus 2, x minus 2. The reason why this works is because we multiply the first terms, we have this, we multiply one of the middle terms, we get a negative value, then we get a positive value, and these guys are going to cancel themselves out. We're good? It's this whole concept of canceling, and therefore we get this little guy. Okay, perfect. Let's write this a little better. Okay, cool. And next one, all yours. Line 20. Good morning, good morning. We are going through how we factor, just all the different ways. And so this is kind of like how we process factoring in our brain, right here. And we're just kind of going through the pieces here. All right, guys. Can I pick on people like Luke? Answer.
X minus A.
Okay, so and
And more.
and keep going.
And.
I caught Luke. This is so good. I'm having a good Friday.
You so wrong. You tried.
We have X plus 8 as well, right? Because it's a difference of two squares. Therefore, we have to get rid of it. So if we multiply this out, right? Flow that out, the middle terms will cancel, which is a +8 and -8.
On the test, will there be any questions where you're like, can you name this factoring rule? So you want to. All right.
No, just be able to be able to do it. Okay, we're gonna skip H. Let's do it. Skip H. Go to I right away. All yours for this one. It's an I.
Okay.
I can see it.
And I'll pick on someone. So difference of two squares. How about this? I'll pick on two people and one of them answer. How about that? Because then we'll go from there. I'll go with Amelia and Abby. Go for it. Anyone. Okay. So the question is, what squares to give you this, and what squares to give you this? 3x and a 5. And then the only thing we got to be careful for is make sure we have a minus in the middle, because none of the terms have to cancel themselves out. The middle terms cancel themselves out. All right, final answer from you guys.
+5 and then times 3x minus 5.
And if you put 3x minus 5 first and 3x plus 5, that's no problem as long as both of them are there. Okay.
I didn't even make that.
Wow.
Question, if you were to, well, if you multiply
Maybe my name
3x,
is Abigail.
I
You
thought
just
that was
took
the
the name
answer, but
from
then I
me.
realized it's
You
3x.
don't know.
And then wouldn't it be?
Have you seen my birth
What's
chart?
that, guys?
You don't
Guys?
know what my actual name is.
Guys, 1 second. I can't hear Noah. Go ahead, Noah.
Wouldn't this change it because 3x times 5 and 3x times -5?
They cancel out.
Actually.
Yeah,
We did that
okay.
right before you came.
No problem.
What
And
happened?
the next one. Now that's my J right there. J goes the other way. Let's see. It is the same thing, just one more practice item.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about
Don't spoil it.
Landon and Noah? Landon or Noah, either one.
It's 3x minus 7 times 3.
Yay. You didn't get it wrong.
No problem, guys. Good. Okay, and next one.
Just like x minus 7 squared.
Let's go for it. Let's try. Let's go x minus 7, but if you square it like this right here.
Or wait, no, then they would both be negative. So then you
Yep.
read.
Yeah, let me
No,
multiply it
because
out
if
because we
was
need it for the
x
next one.
minus and plus, then it would be here.
If we multiply this out, you get a -7x, then you also get another -7x. They don't cancel, they actually add up. And then this one at the end, notice -10, yeah, we get the +49, but then we also get a -14 in the middle. Bummer. Anybody else? This one just might be an interesting form though, right? This one just might be something interesting, because if you do this,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's not very possible.
It's definitely a factor.
So, how
Why else would you put it on the board?
Yeah.
yeah, is there a way to get the middle terms? Can you get the middle terms with only two middle terms, right?
An absolute value.
Yeah, let's look at our forms. So if you can look at this little guy for squares, Or is there a, hold on, is there a add, is there addition of two squares?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a to the third minus b to the third.
So
But
for,
it's not- But that's,
for cubes, yeah, for cubes, you have a, you can do a plus and a minus, but not for squares. So squares only have one time, that's it. Ooh, you know, let's see if I can do this. Oh, I love it. Clear all ink on slide. Haha. Okay, one of two answers here. Ready? Cannot be factored. That is an answer. Or sometimes what we do in math, we just say prime. This is a prime, not Optimus Prime. That's a little different. Factoring out of one is not considered factoring.
But you can still.
True, true, true. Okay, we're good there. So how about the next pieces? So yes, that one cannot be factored. It is prime. So let's jump to this one. Bless you, bless you. All yours, x to the third power plus 64. Something interesting about 64. 64 is a number that is a perfect square. 8 times 8?
Yeah, but it can also
60.
be divided by, it can also be cubed.
Yes, that is one of those numbers where it's actually a square as well as a cube.
16 times 4 is 6.
oh,
All right, according to the formula, and some people just do it by formula here. Here's the way the formula works. It's a cubed plus b cubed, which boils down to a plus b. Then it's a squared minus ab plus b squared. So all we got to do is just figure out what is being cubed here is x. What is being cubed here is 4. And then we go according to formula. So a value is x plus 4. Then we go square the a value, minus sign this time, and then it's the multiplication of a and b together. Plus, then it's the b value squared. 16 and good. Is it factored completely? Yes, it is. Real quick here, off of a cube factorization, this guy, even though it looks like it, like, hey, I think it might just be able to be factored, and it can't. It's not. Like, can you get two numbers, multiply to 16, but add to -4? Yeah. Try and try, and it just does not work. So again?
First, it wasn't the first episode. Because if you just did the square root, it would be 2 plus x minus 2x plus 4.
Say again, say again.
If it wasn't for the first x, you could do 2, if you did the square root, that would be 2
You could do
plus
x plus 2 then x minus 8.
minus 2x plus 4.
you probably spend a lot.
I am not getting you. Sorry.
Let's just go leave
Which
it.
one? Which I think, which one are you talking about? Where?
Oh, I was thinking if the first x is x, if you go plus 1 by x, you can have 4. Yeah, there it is.
Sorry.
You're like, well, I'm never gonna do that in every job. It's so important.
Just to practice, one more for practice sake.
Actually, I'm not certain if that's calculable or not, because 16, you can actually multiply 16 is 4, or is 4 times 4. So it can be -4 times -4, in which case you can factor it out to -4.
But you kept.
Yeah, but you're gonna get a -8 in the middle, which will not work. You'll get a -8 in the middle if it's -4, -4.
But it's not
Minus
just,
4 times x
it would be a
minus 4.
brutal takeover. There'd be a.
Because then you'll get a negative, when you multiply everything out, you get a -8x in the middle.
So it'd be like, I'm gonna be such a good president.
All right, one more practice, go.
No, focus on. We don't say that anymore. I know, yes. this doesn't work. Because then if it was negative.
It works.
Or wait, yeah, it does.
All right, for cubes, right? Cubes have a plus and a minus formula, right? Just the squares don't. So cubes, perfect. And what is being cubed here? 5 is perfect. 5 there, x there. So how about x? This time it's plus 5 in the first parenthesis. Square the first term, take the opposite sign, multiply the two terms together, and it's plus the last term squared. Done. Okay, we're good there.
Wait, this one can factor.
Cannot factor.
No, the one before it could, but this one can't.
Hold on, wait. Whoa. This one?
Well, I mean, yeah, because you could do x plus 4 and then change it to, for the second one, do x plus 2 and x minus 8.
X plus 2, x minus
At least
8.
I think so.
You get negative 6x, not a negative 4.
Oh, wait, yeah.
What if you actually
Close
had
though.
a
Yeah, the second parenthesis, when you do
Yeah, I thought
factoring
that
of
was
cubes,
6x.
gotcha. Second parenthesis, when you factor out a difference or sum of two cubes, the second parenthesis will not factor down anymore in the integers. Okay, we got this one done. Let's jump to this one. Skip N, go to O.
Are we supposed to have this? No, what the heck is that?
No, this is my slides here, so you guys are writing it down.
That's way too much. It's less than 5.
It is not less than 5.
It is. No, wait, no, it's more.
Okay, well, it's more than 5.
So we got really random numbers together.
And remember, the number has to be the same each time, right? Because you're trying to figure out a cube of it, right? Dun. I could sing Jeopardy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait,
Dun, 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 dun.
That's not disgusting. I hate that.
Dun, 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 dun,
it's
dun.
always a square root.
It's 6, No, 108, never mind.
I have no idea. All right, anybody got it yet?
One moment.
Okay,
I got it.
Also, wouldn't,
X plus 6 times x squared minus 6x.
oh yes, okay. So I got two people that said it. It is just a 6, is that true?
because you switch it around.
6 times 6 is 36?
Yeah.
And then 36
It's
times
backwards.
another 6 makes 216.
Actually, no, it would be positive because. it's-
Perfecto. X plus 6, as Noah said, then it's x squared minus 6x plus 36 end. That's cool. I want to show you something. Oh, sorry, guys, real quick. Yeah, all my signs are changed here. There should be a minus 6 here, a plus 6 there.
I was really
Right.
confident on my.
Thank you, Hawk, for checking. See that? Okay, real quick, I do want to show you how this works though. So if we were to FOIL this out, notice what happens here. This is x cubed. This is a positive 6x squared. This is a plus 36x. And notice what happens here, because the signs are different, especially like right here. These two signs are different from each other. What happens here is negative 6x squared. We get a minus 36x, and then here's our negative 216, and voila, that guy cancels with this one, that one with this one, and nicely everything works out. Just love it. That's cool. So that's why the sum of two squared cubes and the difference of two cubes, they work because these two guys are opposites of each other, and the numbers will always cancel. All those middle numbers cancel. Okay, let's jump to this one. Now this one, we're going to go to 3 terms now, right? So we get off of, let's see, 2a is done. We're going to go to 2b now. And so in 2b, this is has 3. Since it has 3 terms, it could be a perfect square.
5 times x plus 5.
Thank you. X plus 5.
You use a box one for that.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Okay, one way, two different ways to write it. You can either write it as x plus 5, or x plus 5 to the second. Okay, cool.
Could you say X plus 5 squared?
X plus 5 squared, yeah. Okay, one more. We'll take a look at. Say again? Oh, cool. Okay.
It's not due until Monday.
I said that problem was on our homework.
It's just x plus 7 times x plus 7. or
Awesome.
Plus 7 to the second power.
That's a cube.
No, it's not.
All right, do you need to write both of these here? Or you just need to write one of them, right? X plus 7, or that one, right? Okay, this is the way it works. Why does it work? Is because notice right here, this is 7 squared. And notice right here, it's 2 times 7, right? It's the doubling of 7, or we can even do it like this. This is 7 times 7, and this is 7 plus 7. That's the way it works. Now, if it gets more complicated, then we got to think about the one in the front as well. So, but we'll see. So somehow this guy squares, right? In fact, hold on, we have an x in here, don't we? So how about let's do it this way. So it's kind of like, what do you square to give you 49? 7. What do you square to give you x? Squared is x. And notice this was 7 plus 7, right? So the rule is this, is we find out if you multiply these guys together and you double them.
You know, I've always just, or when I was.
Does that give you 12, 14x, right? That's kind of the rule. The rule is if you square this side, put them together, and if you double them, when you get the middle.
I realized how messed up whoever, like, how I was taught multiplication of 9 tables is.
Uh-huh.
I was told, the way that you get a multiplication is, so it's, 9 is whatever the number is minus 1, and then the other side of it is, so that's the first number, and the other side of it is whatever the first number is to make 9. If you were to add the 2 numbers together.
Interesting.
So 9 times 2 is 2 minus 1.
Right, yeah, uh-huh.
And then,
And 18, uh-huh.
yeah.
That's a cool one.
8 needs to be added to make it 9.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I like that.
It confuses me now, because then I have to think about it. So,
Okay, let's go with R. R is good. Answer is?
X plus 6 times x minus 6.
Ooh.
no,
Wait,
it's
wait.
X minus 6.
Yeah, this time it's, so what squares to give you x? Yes, what squares to give you 36 is 6. And if you multiply them together, you get a 6x, but then you get this little minus sign. So instead of multiplying by 2, you multiply by -2. Answer is x minus 6 to the second. So just the sign change in the middle. Because -6 times -6 will give you a positive 36 at the end. Okay, let's get more complicated because that's too easy for guys. Let's go to here.
Isn't it just 2x minus 3 to the second power?
Here it is. So what we do with this stuff, we still check. Because that's why I was doing the checks with you guys.
Come on.
What squares to give you 4x squared? 2x. What squares to give you 9? 3. If you were to multiply these guys together, you would get a 6x. And if you were to multiply it by 2 or double it, will you get a 12 or -12? Yes. Just need a little minus sign. So what does it do? It actually fits. That's the thing is, it fits the form, right? That's what we're looking at. It fits the form. So 2x minus 3 to the second power is good. Okay, bigger numbers. Ready? Boom.
I kind of hate that for us.
Okay, this is just
Isn't it just-
x minus 6 squared.
Or to the second power, yeah.
Could almost see it, but we do have to check just to make sure.
No way.
So yeah, do we have perfect squares at the ends? Yes, because that's the first thing needs to happen, right? You can't square something if it's not a perfect square.
5 times 6 is 30, so then 30 plus 30 is 60. So then it will just.
Okay,
I
are we
know,
good
we're
there?
practically geniuses.
There we go.
Just
That's
like
it.
Einstein's got nothing on us. He wants what we
Okay, let's see, we
got.
got 12 minutes left here. Let's jam or a little more.
No, why he does it.
Next is the easy ones. So
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Einstein does want what we have, and it's called life.
I mean, he was actually severely depressed, so he probably didn't.
all right, guys, real quick, do we have perfect squares at the ends? No, so that form, it does not fit the form anymore, right? And let's do it two different ways here. Let's go with the box method, the one you guys have learned. It goes like this, is that right? You put x squared here, you put a 12 here, I believe, is that right? And then you figure out ways that multiply. So this is x, right? And it's an easy one anyways. So you're gonna think about different ways that multiply to 12, 3, and 4 versus 2 and 6, but 3 and 4 will do it better because when you multiply these guys together, you add them up, gets you this one. So it's still a guess and check process, right?
It's not really, you can actually just figure out the multiplications of 12. And so it's 2 times 2 times 3.
Yeah, let me do those actually too. So this is called the Xbox method. What we do is we bring this guy down to here, bring this guy up here. And the question is, what two numbers multiply to 12 at the same time add to 7?
So that's what they made us do, all those, like entire sheets of these.
Just for practice, just because you use it all the time. You use it in Algebra 2, trigonometry, calculus. Factoring is a process we use all the time. Anyways, we good 3 and 4, is that right? Okay, the other way to do it, if you're completely stuck, what we do is we just do all the different factors of 12 until we get what we need, right? So 12 times 1, or maybe 1 times, you kind of do it in somehow in order. So 2 times 6, 3 times 4. And then what we do on the side is you test. If you were to add these up, what happens? And this one's 13, this one's 8, this one's 7. That's the one I want. We're good? So there's kind of the 3 different methods of doing it. Anyways, x plus 3, x plus 4. One more, and then we'll move on to the more challenging ones here. Okay.
Mine literally
I
only.
usually don't show my work because
What the heck is this?
Oh.
All right, and I think normally we can do this in our heads, right?
Yeah.
Just think to ourselves, hey, two numbers multiplied to negative 20, add to 1 is,
X plus 5 times x minus 4.
thank you. Joe was like, what? Okay, so now let's get into the fun stuff here. I think it's this one. So the problem comes in is this guy right in front right here. Actually, no, let me go to the Xbox 360 method, and then we'll go backwards here. Right, new method, here we go. You're gonna learn something new on a Friday. So the Xbox 360 method is cool because it just makes it just like Xbox, and you don't have to do too much about it. There's not too much guessing. So here it is. The thing on top that I said, bring it down. What we do is we do this right here. We take this 2 and we multiply it times this number to bring it down. So I need 2 numbers. What is that number there? 2 times negative 15.
Negative 30.
Negative 30 comes down on top. We good? This negative 1 still is down here. So I need 2 numbers, multiply negative 30, add to negative 1. The guessing becomes super easy.
6 and 5.
Negative 6 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Positive 5. I like to put the little
Just
plus.
multiply 3 by 2x. And so then you get 6. And so then it would just be 2x -5, and then x plus 3.
Perfect. And then since we multiplied by 2 in the beginning, what we're going to do is we're going to divide out the 2 now. So this 2 is going to divide out. And so that 2 has to divide either one of them or has to divide both of them. It has to do it. So this one becomes a -3. We good there? So let's go back real quick here to this one right here. Notice what happened was when we got our answers of 3 and 4, we just took that number as x plus 3, and then we had an x plus 4, right? So whole numbers come down as back end numbers. We're good? But if we make this into a fraction, real quick here, check this out. Make this 3 into a fraction, it becomes like this, 3/1. True, true? So this 1 is actually the multiplier to the x, and that 3 is the multiplier at the end. Bless you. So 4/1, 1 times x,
Can you sneeze any
4
louder?
by that.
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah, let's not try. Okay, so we're here, right? This guy becomes x minus 3. We're good there? And this piece right here, because it's a 5/2, becomes 2x plus 5. Good, and we factored. We good?
You know what? was being
I
sarcastic.
like this method.
No way my brain is gonna remember how this works.
Okay, so it's a multiplier in the beginning, divider at the end. Okay, you guys teach me. How do you do this versus by box method? And anybody likes the box method, they want to show me. Hawk, go for it. You're the expert.
It's basically the same thing as
No, I'm doing that with mine, I'll do it until-
It doesn't matter which one you
Well,
take.
you don't really do it mentally, so you
next
do
to
the box
2x,
method.
and then next to x and y.
Okay, how do you know that you got the 5 there and the 3 there?
That's how that works. Because you want 2 times 3 makes it.
And how come you want the 2 times 3?
Because you need negative x, so -6 plus -6x plus 5x.
Gotcha. Okay, so you break down the 15, right, into like 5 and 3?
Yeah.
Right, or 1 and 5, and it's gonna only be 2 different positions here, right? So if you do like this, I'm gonna do it wrong just for a second here. But if you go like this, you say, okay, 3 is gonna go here, 5 will go here. And then when you do that, you get -10x, you get a -3x because the more, and then you say that does not work. So then the only thing is we got to switch these around. Right. So then we say, okay, that means the 5 goes here. That means the 3 goes there. And then the question is, which way does the, like that almost there, the signs are switched, huh? Signs are different. Like, oh man, I have a positive 1x. I need a negative 1x. So then I just change my signs. And now I'm doing what I want to do. Okay. Either one works. It's just a process. We're good?
Yeah.
So real quick here, let's take a vote. Actually, no, let's do one and then see which way you guys like better. Go for it. Can you do this one? And then the box method or the Xbox method? Which one do you prefer doing? And then we'll take a vote in the class.
For this problem or for problems in general?
Problems in general.
Also,
Isn't it 7x plus 1 times x minus 2?
I think so, yeah. This is an easy one here. So which way did you do it?
I just did it mentally.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so there's also something called the guess and check method, and it works pretty well. I'll just tell you this here.
I just thought that because
Elika.
you can't divide 7 by anything to keep the whole number.
If you-
it's 2 sometimes.
Perfect.
And then you can't really divide 2 by anything besides 1 or 2 unless you get into decimals. And
Uh-huh.
so then it would just be 2 times 1 and then 7 times 1. And so then you kind of just like see. if
Perfect,
it
yeah.
works.
Elka just did the guess and check method down here, and it works very well, especially if the numbers are prime. 7's a prime number, 2's a prime number. So you know the only way this is gonna work is this times this. And then you know the only way 2 is gonna work is a 2 times 1. So then really just you kind of flip things around in your head real quick here. Think, okay, where does this 2 go? Where does the 1? So I get my -13 inside here. So how about, I need a 2 here to give me a 14. Negative. And then I'm gonna add 1 here to give me a -1, so it gives me a -13. So boom, that's cool. Let's see, guess and check method, or which way, let's vote here. Besides guess and check, raise your hand if you did it by just the box method, regular box method. The guys in the back are the box method.
Yes,
Yeah.
would probably also work, but I'm so used to doing the box one.
Uh-huh.
I just want to-
In this case, the Xbox.
Wait,
In this case, the
are we keeping it?
Yes, that is for you guys to keep. Class, can we do just one more problem real quick here before we leave? Boom. Never mind. We leave. Go ahead. Sure. You guys have a good weekend, guys. Sure, man. Have a good weekend.
Please say your last name correctly.
Hamjiev.
Anjiev.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's see. You got it. I spell it like this now. Han, G, and then Yev.
Oh,
Like
got it.
Han, like Honda.
Oh, like,
Then-
okay.
And then the letter G. No, have a good day. Man, have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Honda G.
Hey, did you get the puzzle or no? Never mind. Okay, no, listen.
I have done that.
Oh, awesome.
I've
Okay.
done both of them.
That was, I like that. That was a cool one.
I can't find my puzzle actually. It's a star with 3 rings on it, with another piece that's about this long. That's just basically 1 bent metal piece with a ring on the end. So you can't put the ring through another ring.
Oh, wow.
So it's, but once you figure it out, you realize how easy it really is. But you cannot figure it out very easily
Gotcha.
because there's so many combinations, it just gets stuck.
Yes. Other students still learning how to spell. It's okay. I got it. I would go with you. So the question is,
You never turned it on me. Got to bring my book in. I'm asking you. Want to do a question first and never do.
You can check if my parents want. I can certainly try.
sure. So.
We have to listen to.
Oh,
Yeah, no, thanks so much for
right.
your help.
Should have taken it.
You could chop the flowers
Possible on that.
and now you get to see them go back.
That's great. I'm gonna think about it. I might give you like a little bit of like. half credit.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So thank you for the.
I didn't expect why to get it out there.
Why
It's
are
just
you
fun.
No problem. Thank you for the email though. That was good.
All over.
No, like, right, okay.
So how does that?
Oh, I'm still recording.
Yes.
Do they have brains?
No.